Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crypt Monkey Paints and my awesome paint spell. That was actually just a tiny little paint spell because I only had just a little bit of black, and it kind of went flying. But I cleaned it up pretty quickly. Fine. I this guy is so tall that I had to prop my camera up a little bit weird. So I immediately knocked my camera into my paint palette, which meant that went flying. So, yay, fun stuff. So tonight we are painting. Oh, wait, I want to see if I can do it. No, that's not it. Wait, I think this is the right button. Yay! I did it. I pushed buttons. Tonight we are painting the Corrupted Seraphim
Yep.
From Epic Miniatures. I did upsize this guy a little bit. He is obviously not this big whenever we print him for sale, but I did want to blow him up just a little so we could see his awesome face thing, which you can see really cool there, but it's hard to see it when it's printed as small as it normally is. So I am going to go ahead and get started painting on this beautiful guy. Oh, actually, first, buttons pushed. So first I want to talk about what I've done so far. So I based him all in black, and then I hit the tip of his wings on the front and the back with this awesome, like, really, it's a light teal color. I know Ty loves that name, but it is what it is. And then I added a little bit of purple down around the backside of his cloak, just kind of down at the very base of his cloak. And then I took a random base that I had already, thought was a really good fit for him because the base he comes with is actually just a plain base. And I sprayed this one I got it all dark brown. That way I can do like a brick on this star is really cool, but we're not going to see that star. So I have to keep reminding myself not to bother with the star. Otherwise I'd do a glow effect on that. But I can't do it. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to take the inside of his cloak, all of this cloth in the very front, to a nice bright white, because last week, let's see, I can't remember.
What it's called?
No, I can't remember her screen name.
Oh, well.
Sunbrand. Took me a minute. Sunbrand picked this model for us to paint, but Gareth used his points to say that he wanted a purple nebula sort of look in here. I forget how he called it, but he sent me a picture in Discord.
So, warp.
Warped purple, that's what it was. Thank you. So in order to get that look inside here, I need that to be nice and bright white so that I can take it down to different shades of purples. So I'm going to start very boringly painting that white, and Ty is going to do a whole bunch of talking. And then Ty's going to probably be quiet for most of the night because his head hurts. I love him, and he's suffering.
It's a little bit of a pound. I don't know what you want me to talk about. I didn't want to talk about the other stuff yet.
Well,
We could wait a little while.
we can, absolutely.
Oh, I know. We can talk about the fact that I do not focus. Although this
Well,
one
I'm
kinda,
moving it, yeah. So give me a sec. Basically what happened with the paint, I need to make sure it doesn't happen again, so I need to readjust my line. I'm about to move him. Right here is where I'm gonna be painting. But he's got all kind of really fun wrinkles in here, and none of that's gonna show up unless I have it a nice bright white. I think so. How are you feeling, Sawdust?
What says, let's talk about that mic with the bass. Oh? Mr. Wacky Stuff. Hey, long
You.
time no chat. Just popping by to wish you well.
Nice to hear from
Yeah,
you.
nice to hear from you. Still weak, but better. Well, that's good at least.
Yeah.
That's better at least, right?
Yeah, just let us know what mic needs to be fixed, and Ty will work on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do about it on because, of course, I don't have monitors for us. Wacky Stuff says, also, have you heard the one about the Pope's pubic wig? Have you heard that one, Dawn?
Yes, I did.
No, you have not. Oh, well, I guess you did. Yeah. That was one of the ones we talked about before, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Soda says, oh no, Ty sounds like he is on the radio talk show. I might be talking a little deeper just because of my headache.
Yeah, he tends to do that.
I'm avoiding the highs in my voice just so I don't go. Eh. Sometimes it feels like I'm biting on glass when I have a headache this bad and I have the highs.
Whenever I'm not feeling well, I typically sound like I should be in a blues band. Except extremely nasal.
A nasal blue.
It's not a pleasant thing.
Can you imagine that? I went down to the
You know that's not good for your head, right?
probably. All right, I'm gonna try to talk normally. This is how I normally talk.
Oh, you can
So if it
bass
still
talk
sounds bassy, I guess I will need to look at this later. But I can't actually monitor it during the show. I should get that clever and bring up additional sources coming out or something. But right now, I can't do it.
I think I want this piece to be. I'm gonna bring it.
Lotta says, Dawn on those wings, interior center, are those like a bunch of eyes stacked on top of each other?
So that's kind of what it looks like to me. I mean, that's what it looks like. Is this is the socket, and then that's the eyeball. Hadn't really decided how I'm going to paint it yet. I may very well paint him having eyeballs in there. It's not on the back. I know that's probably a horrible view for you. But it definitely looks like eyeballs. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to sound goofy tonight then. I bet I probably bump something in my voice meter.
You're a potato.
Looks like I've got mine in the same both. No.
Our kiddos are also working on dyeing or slash bleaching their hair. Happy? You're not going to add any color? Yellow.
No, that's. I was thinking it was more coppery. But
Yeah, I can see that. You can swing in and show it off if you want. I have to give you guys a crap view for my kid to get a good view.
yeah.
So, it's a corrupted seraphim. Come say hi to your uncle. Ooh, there we go.
Hi, Uncle Sawdust.
Look at that.
Uncle Sawdust, that sounds fun.
I know, but like, I don't think he'd be happy with me saying his real name on.
Okay, all done.
Maybe.
Potentially adding purple tint, but probably just going to stick with that.
Yeah.
All right, go babysit your crybaby ass brother. All right, now, the beauty of having multiple things to paint goes back there and dries while I add my brick color. that is how I keep myself from painting when over wet things when I shouldn't. Give myself multiple things to paint at once. Oh, my phone went to sleep. Stupid phone.
I usually type this in, but I'll just go ahead and say tonight too. For anybody watching on YouTube, if you have any questions, I try to watch both windows. It is up to me to watch the YouTube stuff. So be patient, but feel free to dump in your questions as well. We honestly do pay a lot more attention to pitch during.
Yes.
I do check. I try to watch on YouTube as well.
I can't actually even see the screen. So I physically cannot see any images or any questions that might pop up on
Lotus
YouTube,
says,
I mean.
Lotus says, wait, he is back. When does... Yes. Did I maybe... Oh.
I have no idea.
Were you talking about Nicholas or something?
No.
Oh.
I said my kiddo. I have no idea.
I mean,
That-
if you're talking about Nick, no, he's
Ugh.
he's not back. Not yet. I think we're looking at September. It could be early October. Sooner the better.
Yes. Very much so. It already sucks that spending yet another birthday, and this is a big one, away from.
Oh, that's not one word, ETS. I thought you were talking about Nick. Probably when you said kiddo.
Oh, okay. No, I tend to just refer to all three of them as kiddo. And Nick has no hair to dye.
Nor would he probably do.
Nor would he do it. He will be home visiting over the summer at some point, and when that happens, we won't be streaming so that we can hang out with him some more.
We may do a little bit.
We may do,
but we cannot
like,
do
yeah.
two for the.
Yeah, I mean, realistically speaking, the first week that he's back, he tends to sleep a lot or play video games a lot. So
Mhm.
he's doing that. We're fine to. Others. I love this color. It makes like such an amazing brick color. By far my favorite red. This is that. It's a primer, but it works so well. For hidden button.
Yeah. So we're still learning how to do the two pads thing. It seems that using your pad.
Oh, did I mess you up?
Well, that I just got rid of a toggle, like toggling over here, but it's online. It's not even toggling on.
Okay.
But I am going to play with some real quick to see if it just grow. Yeah, it's ignoring my pad now.
Okay. I thought that's what happened to me the other day. Was like it just didn't want to acknowledge my pad after we had started, so. Oh yeah, because you can't even turn on and off Beardman Cam, can you?
I won't even let me.
I mean, realistically, I can hand you my pad.
Oh no. Call it orange.
Which to me is kind of an oxymoron, honest. A neon peach, which peach is, like you said, pastel, so how would that be Never mind. I don't know that I'd call that a pro tip. It's more like a common sense tip.
What's it?
I don't think that your Uncle Keith, your Uncle Sawdust has, any intentions on dying anything, right? Maybe the beard, but there's no hair on Pete.
Currently,
Not how that works.
fine. It's close. That's the only word I can think.
Anyway, I am going to dry brush a little bit of black.
Lotta says if I had hair, I could be talked into purple or green. I've had green.
I didn't like how short-lived the purple was for me. That it didn't work well for me. Now red, on the other hand, grabs a hold of my hair and does not let go. Which is okay because having red hair is super fun. And yes, I am dry brushing over wet paint, but these are worn and beat up bricks. So I am actually okay with the effect of the pulling off the paint and making it look broken. I'm good with that. Grab a little bit of white. And I did not wash my brush, so now I have gray. Attention. Because I don't know about you guys, but I love gray on red brick. Phone, stop. My phone's being a stupid head.
Lotta says, I still remember dear older brother using hydrogen peroxide in his hair.
That never did anything to my hair.
Did mine.
Yeah, your hair's a lot lighter than mine.
Yeah, it was already a dirty blonde when
Yeah.
I did that. So.
I just got a little bit more white. Super, super light. Light-handed, I mean. Hopefully I'm on screen because all I see is background.
Quit whine.
I'm not whining. Now for the finishing. Literally go straight back into my red, my brick red. Put a little bit of that on top in certain spots just to make the red pop back out again. I'm not hitting every brick by a long shot. So, super quick, super easy. I love that. I love how that looks. That makes me so happy.
Lotta says, orangey red, that had to be dyed out. I think that was the result of the hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, it's for me trying to, and I don't mean just like me doing it by myself, but like even when I go into salons, when they try to bleach the blackness that is my hair, it's up, so it's hard to tell, but it's so freaking dark. Um, Trying to bleach out the black out of this hair, it usually does what like Izzy shows kind of coppery colors, what it ends up looking like. Yes. Right, but you were already on camera. We were talking about hair in general. Love you, baby.
You know,
Is your Sibby taking care of your butthole brother? I could still hear a stupid ass barking.
not brother, not brother, dog.
Dog.
But it says now for the brick pad to have ultimate realism at.
You know what's funny about that? I could actually add some of my blue tack. Put a little, make it a little pink. There you go, gum. But you know, it's a corrupted seraphim. I don't think that he should have, you know, gum under his shoe. But actually adding a little bit of this, the one we can't read the name of it anymore, in the crevices would actually, oh my god, okay, I can't even open that. Here, babe, open that. Here, almost there. It just won't even twist. Adding some of that into the crevices will add some like a molded kind of look. So I will do that. That will look really awesome. Then my white actually should be dry, so we are ready to put purple on that bitch. I'm excited about this. Oh my god, Barky McBarkerson. And it's a really dark kind of color. So it won't like overpower anything. It'll just add another almost texture, but not really.
Yeah,
But
that's why I just pointed this out. Soda says that is where the confusion came in. Brother equals dog. Soda says, oh yeah, crevice scum, nice.
and it's so liquidy. I don't know if you guys can, hopefully you can tell. I'm literally just dropping it in and letting it kind of flow around. I loves it. Okay. Otherwise, I'll spend another 5 hours on a base and get all like artsy with this, and that's going to be completely covered. That will be invisible.
Soda says, I gotta hop off for a bit. Dags just got home.
Okay, love yous. This is water dripping and dry my brush off. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not, but he is
I hope
losing
not.
his little mind. Yeah, I really do hope you guys can. Oh, why my phone keeps going. I use it as my little backup to where I can see chat when I look over this direction. It makes it a little easier sometimes to see chat. I went to sleep again, so I can't see chat over there.
Oh, the phone, you mean?
Yeah. Because it's right here next to me, so it's like it's super easy just to glance over and see chat. So whereas sometimes, you know, you've got stuff over there or whatever, you know. I'm gonna fix my phone while that purple is drying because it's a stupid head. To play right again. Stop going to sleep. Okay. Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah, I saw it coming.
I'm just helping you test.
Oh, good, good. You know what's even fun? So I said I was going to do this headpiece gold. So do you think I should do super shiny gold, like bright gold? Or evil chrome? Right?
Yeah, I vote evil.
Let's go evil chrome. Because I need to wait for that.
Sorry.
I need to wait for that purple to dry up before I can add the other touches. So, add the pink right now. I'll get nice wet blend. Should move in. I'm gonna do this because I got it right here. This is another one of those models that it's just like the stuff is so cool that it's a super simple paint job to make it look really cool. What I'll probably do, actually dry brush this lightly with gold, finish it out. Not on the back, but just the front. Back of the helm is a little bit awkward to read. Basically what he's gonna go do is Gucci down because he's so pissy. I don't know why he hates stream nights. I don't get it. He's a whiny little baby. So basically I get my pink glue. See if I can kind of wet blend some of that purple, and I want to use a blue as well. What's this blue? Not really blue. Phantom Glow. See, Runic Glow and Phantom Glow. There we go. Those are the colors I'm going to kind of wet blend into that purple. Knocking things over. Sorry if it's like banging around.
Pretty sure he's probably in there barking complaints of reruns, that he doesn't like reruns or something, because I keep showing him the same dog TV show over again.
Yeah, it's like when we turn that on, he knows he's stuck in there by himself for a little while. Yeah, I can just get these tones to kind of start happening in these areas. And then it's blended into the purple because the purple's still wet. But then I can come back. Oh, icky. I can come back in a little while and hit these same areas now that they're dry. and dry brush, add a little bit more pink to where the pink stands out more and that sort of stuff. And it'll bring the pink out, but it won't look globbed on top. Hopefully. That's my intention. You sound like you're over there writing up a storm.
Searching.
No, you're fine. You're not bothering me or anything.
So while this is just me seeing if thoughts.
Gotcha.
I'm being very boring tonight, and I know that, guys. Earlier we mentioned I've got a pounding headache, so I'm fairly silent.
Yeah, but I still appreciate you helping me out. Because there's been times where we've actually had to cancel streams because my head was hurting so bad.
You're the talent.
Well, then how do you explain tomorrow night?
I'll do it on the night.
Speaking of, so he has like this rope belt thing, and it comes down his cloak. 2 places on this side, 2 places on this side, and it's got like 3 on his neck. Should those match the headpiece?
See that here?
Hmm?
I would say yes. I guess that's his skin in between those rings.
Yes. Which I'm kind of liking the black. I may not actually change his skin. Oh, that's another thing that we haven't really talked to Cora about, is if Cora's going to be streaming with you tomorrow night or me.
I only like the time slot anymore.
No, but I do. I was even wondering if today should be moved to 7:30.
I don't know. We don't have as many people on tonight, so
It's hard to say, yeah.
maybe next time we have a good group, we should ask. Thinking.
Okay. So we're going to make those pieces match that evil chrome. I need to let his centerpiece dry. Right here. Whoa! Tyler? Do you want to die? I mean, you have a headache. Why would you do that?
Because you just seemed like you needed something to boost you. There's also that.
Anyway.
Yeah, the other stuff I was going to talk about, I'm not even sure I want to talk about tonight. Since it out tonight.
Well, that's true, but people do rewatch later.
That's true.
The information would still be there.
Hello, Regina.
Hi, Regina. Fancy pants. Like, he's so big, I can't get him in the screen.
Want me to...
Oh, look at the way the base looks between his wings. It's like, what the hell is that? Okay, I don't know why I just got at least. So, anyway, I am currently painting these. He's got these ropes that go around his stomach, and then they come around his neck as well. And then they come down in 2 lengths on his robe. I'm kind of hitting them up to make them match the piece that blocks his eyes. And for those of you who are wondering what this super fancy mini holder is, it's the top to a spray paint can.
Figured out how to get control back.
Quite comfy though. It's like perfect fist size. Fits that mini really well. Oh, good. How'd you get it back?
Where? Selected this stream deck.
Gotcha.
Which probably
Sounds
means
strange.
you can't use yours anymore.
Well, that's okay. I won't touch it.
Regina says reuse is the best.
Right? I was literally looking around because Ty printed out this one for me, which is super comfortable. I love the way this one feels in my hand. But putting him on here would make it wobbly like this one is. But when you're talking about a base, that doesn't really matter. If it wobbles a little bit, who cares? But for him with doing details, if he wobbled at all, it'd be like, you know, someone making the stream scream while I'm trying to do fancy little details. Get your hands away from the buttons. See you, old man.
I have to use the mouse to do it.
Nope, I will kick your ass. Oh no. I hate when I do that. That's why I like to try to leave areas where I might mess up like this. Come back and do those last. Because the reality of it is if I hit this little cord with the color that when I'm doing the robe, it's much easier to come back and fix this little tiny cord than it is to fix this robe. I'm really just hitting the top of it. I'm not even really hitting the sides of it. And I'm going fairly light on it too because it's... If you could, can you zoom in? Oh, I'm
that control?
sorry.
No, I was like messing with the focus because it was a little bit off.
If you can zoom into this cord. And I'm calling it a... Oh, it comes down his back too. So like if you zoom in right there. Get it too... There we go.
I don't know how much better you want.
You could right there. You can see it. You can see that there's actually gaps in the cording. It's almost like little beads going down. So I'm intentionally going over it lightly so that some of the dark shows through those gappings. That was it. A lot of work for Ty, but I thought it was worth it.
I'm going to step away a moment.
Kind of liking the really dark skin, though. I probably am going to look so cool. Oh, my phone is going crazy at the moment. So our internet is doing something super stupid. And like I was talking with somebody on Etsy, and like I'm literally sitting in my computer talking back and forth. We had full-blown conversation for like 30 minutes, right? And now my phone is giving me one message at a time. I'm like, I've already... Stupid. Already read, responded, and taken care of everything in this thing, and now you're going to replay the entire thing. Love you too. I really didn't realize there was two back here. And the chains that go around his wings, I think I'm going to do those in my gunmetal gray, which is a metallic. The wings themselves really just going to be, because I sprayed them in this two-tone kind of thing, I'm really just going to kind of dry brush. Probably that's all I'm going to do is end up dry brushing, kind of finish out the details, and that'll be it. Because I really kind of like how the colors are. This little spot. Stupid between his wing and his... Exact same thing on the other side. If you guys have said anything in chat, I'm sorry. I'll check here in a second. I just realized Ty walked away. I gotta pay attention. Oh, Regina, that happens to me when my work email on my phone, very annoying. It is. It's like I've already taken care of all of this. I really don't need to read it again. Thank you very much. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now that is all corrupted and perfect. Oh, God damn it. Hi, Golden. You're lucky I just finished that spot, because that was a really hard spot to reach in the first place. Okay. Like that. Oh, that's my plate metal. There it is. It's funny because the silvers are like so close to each other. So I've got shining silver, plate metal, and then I've got gunmetal, and they all look fairly different there. But when you look at them here, they all pretty much look the same. There is a subtle difference on them, and I tend to like the gunmetal one the best. Hey, Golden. No, he has stepped away for just a moment. He is got a pretty bad headache, so he's in and out, and he's not participating a whole lot, but he is participating. But he did just step away for a minute. There we go. So this is going to be the chain link all around his wings. I think that one's probably... Switching brushes. I'm being picky. Oh, gotcha. So, in other words, we have a few minutes to talk about poop. Yes. Moments now. Get all the poop jokes out right now, because I can hear them coming back down the hallway. You probably have the better part of 2 seconds. Okay, so maybe 5 seconds. Oh, nope, there he is. Everybody, quick, stop talking about poop. Golden has joined us.
It's really are talking about poop.
Yes. That's what he said. I did read everything out loud. I did good.
We'll talk about poop. Hee fart. The adult stuff now. That looks really good, Dawn.
Thank you.
Love the wing fade.
Yeah, I am having fun with spray paint still. I still not really getting... So I'm having a couple of different issues with airbrushing. So one, technically, I understand the mechanics of what I'm supposed to do, but it seems like my hands are just not doing what my brain is telling it to do, if that makes sense. I also struggle with, I can spend, Realistically, this is the biggest part of airbrushing that I struggle with. I can spend $3 on this and go through it in 2 minis, or I can spend $3 on this and spray the entire fucking household of minis with just a can of regular spray paint. I really, really, really struggle with with the cost of airbrush paint and how little I can get out of it. And I think that's probably partially because of my lack of ability with an airbrush.
It almost
That maybe I'm using too much paint. I don't know. Thank you, Kip.
Sunburen did this with Alter the Stream. Yeah, there's
Yes.
Cora's neon peach.
It's an
Looks
oxymoron.
like their head is on fire.
very orange. I don't think I'm gonna do the 10 yet. I think I'm gonna let
I
this
would
sit for a
leave
couple
it.
days.
I would leave it because it is
Great.
flamey. Flamey-o.
It reminds me of how much I liked orange,
Yep.
but this is a bit.
All right, go babysit your dog. Driving me crazy.
It's 7:30. Did you want me to?
Yes. So I am going to continue doing these tiny little chains. And they're around the back as well, so I'll be doing that. And Ty is going to take over the screen for a few moments.
Yeah, just briefly. Actually, first. It says I actually use Vallejo Model Air for my brush paint too. It's watered down enough that it works great in airbrush and on minis, so I don't have to paint extra for brush and pay extra. Brush and airbrush paint.
It's just for me, when I throw it in the airbrush, it's just like, I put the bottle, put some paint in and it's gone. I put some paint in and it's gone. And now I have a mini this size painted, but I have no more paint. Then it's like, okay, well, that was, $5 worth of paint. And that was just a base coat. Because I don't feel confident enough with an airbrush to do anything other than a base coat. So I might as well just use a spray can. Anyway,
You'll get it.
I
You
will.
just got to get more.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I am going to take over briefly just for a minute because we are celebrating, although it doesn't sound like it, my dull sounding voice because of my headache at the moment. It's for that, but we are excited as that's some of you certainly know.
Especially
As-
Ghosty.
Yeah. Ghosty
Thank
is one of our new patrons. Thank you, Ghosty.
First.
Our first patron.
First.
That's right. So we finally opened up subscriptions, and we have it. They're the same exact subscriptions on both Ko-fi and Patreon, where you can support the plane now. I think we've gotten that far. We have so many notes now, so many ideas that we haven't even been able to share yet, that we won't share yet until we get something to release, right? Although some of it'll get shared here and there too. I guess I shouldn't say it just. So yeah, now we're gonna start developing it. If you guys, even if you just want to like pop over to see what these look like, let us know what you think on the way that we did our text and stuff. This is the Ko-fi shop I'm showing you here. Take a look, and maybe if you see that I misspelled continent, I keep doing that. Spelled it as content or something like that instead. I keep flipping those letters around.
And realistically, spelling is not something I can ever be helpful with. Because
Well,
I don't know
I mean,
if it's right or
spelling
wrong.
or just in general, if you think we can tell the story better to get people interested and help us complete this, that's awesome. So that's what our Ko-fi looks like. This is our Patreon. Obviously, they're very similar. Like I said, we did it at both places because some people trust one place more than another. That's
Yeah.
really what it comes down. but rewards are going to be exactly the same based on the tiers are the same. Excited about that. Yeah, like I said, even if you don't want to jump in on a subscription, certainly won't mind hearing people think about how we put these guys together. Oh, there's a piece of concept art that Dawn did the weekend, I think, or the end of last week.
The weekend.
That is the Agdal plant. See the little berries in there. Oh, that's too big, I bet. There we go. So that is it's actually a buyer's consultant. So, buyers are going to have their experts with them. Well, this is one of those experts, and he's out there checking the plants to see if they should be buying berries from his farmer.
Yes. And one of I'm really excited about another piece that I've been working on. I'm drying my brushes.
I'm bringing you.
I'm cleaning like my dry brush and stuff. I'm really excited about one of the pieces that I am working on for one of the first content releases that we're going to be doing. You want to say what it is?
I'm sorry, say that once more.
I'm excited about the other piece that I have been working on that we're going to be releasing for Patreon really soon.
We're doing that this month, this first one, right?
It's going to be this first month, and it may be even the next couple of days. It probably won't be until this weekend, to be honest, because there's some stuff that I need to add to it. But we have an official map of Qatar.
Yep. And if you've seen Game of Thrones, the idea here is that you're going to see this as we're developing this map is going to change. I actually have something that needs to move already.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like I got it to a workable point, and now we're at the point where we can just kind of shift things around, add some text to certain things and things like that. So
you might actually be ready for that ahead of the state of the plane.
Maybe.
That should be ready this weekend.
Yeah, Ghosty, it was actually a lot of fun to make it. I've been wanting to get into cartography. That's hard for me to say. I don't know why. Not realistic cartography, but for D&D and gaming in general.
Isometric stuff, things like that.
I love them. I love it. It's so freaking gorgeous. So I definitely enjoyed doing it. But I absolutely love the idea of it. So I had a lot of fun doing it. Really did. And it was kind of fun.
A lot of fun ducking every time I asked for something to be changed.
Well, no, but that wasn't that big of a deal though, because it was basically we sat down together with one of my big sketch pads, and he kind of sketched it out, and then I kind of made notes, and then I sketched a bigger area and we made notes. So before I started making the map, I had a really good roadmap of where I was going in the first place.
Terrible drawing, but this here.
So I kind of knew where things were going to go, and then it was more about finding the right textures that we liked and finding this and finding that and getting the shapes down. But realistically, like, I made some hills for where the arrow blanks live, but those hills are on a different layer. So if they're not in the right spot, I click that layer and move it.
That's good, because that's what I want you to move again.
I kind of figured.
It's like a couch. Okay. I'm like, could you try that over there? No, can you? But see, what I looked at my notes on those hills and realized, oh, that's still not in the right place.
But it's perfectly fine, because through the learning curve of Jack, I learned layers.
I will be going back through chat here, but immediately Sawdust says, "Holy smokes! I leave for a bit and painting gets done. That looks awesome."
Oh, we're still working. We're still working on loads.
So yeah, that we're excited about the subscriptions. We're hopeful that crowd forgers are excited about it, even if you're not involved with the subscription itself.
Yeah.
And I will go back through chat and catch up briefly, but I did want to mention we talked about so if you go to either Ko-fi, look at the last post, or if you look at the Agdol Farmer and Placement Advisor tiers, you'll see that for this month we have the special offering where we're going to send postcard, sticker, and fire story to members of those tiers. So what we decided to do is, without too much detail, it's going to be very similar, but not the same stuff for crowd forgers.
Yeah.
So you guys are also going to get some. Obviously, we're going to have to coordinate with some folks and, to make that happen. And Ghosty, for instance, you're both, right, so you're going to get
Exactly.
both of those. And can I say this, Dawn, or just I'm going to say it. Looking at me funny.
I'm being funny. Yes.
And if in your case, Ghosty, since you are both, anybody that's both somebody that's helping out with crowd forging and holds one of those, you're actually going to get 3 different packages. Because if folks are going to help out in both ways, definitely want to show our appreciation for them. So that is something cool to look forward to. That we'll get that together, and we'll have everything together, I think, by the middle of next month or the end of next month, depending on how shipping works for some of these things.
Yeah. I would say we'll have it all worked out before the end of this month, but then we have to wait for certain things to be sent. It's like we don't print stickers, so
Right.
we've got to order the stickers, sort of thing.
Middle of next month to the end of the next month, are sending out to whoever
Yes.
involved in that. So hopefully people are excited about that too. We're excited about it. It's fun. Okay, so I will catch up on chat now. Ghosty says that's talking about the airbrush stuff. That's something you just that just comes with experience. I personally use my airbrush for all my larger minis, and I can usually make a bottle last a few months even with airbrushes.
I hate you. Ghosty, you're done.
Well,
Nope, we're done. I hate you.
no, he's continuing though. Key is to have the right needle and right air pressure.
Okay. I kind of figured that's where I was going wrong. Because it does seem like I'm spraying out the entire, vat of what I just gave myself is gone in 5 seconds. So I figured I've got the wrong needle or the wrong for all of it.
I think this is where we start talking about the plane stuff, the subscriptions. I'm definitely very excited about the future of the plane. Happy to support. Well, we are happy that you are happy to support and get involved. And that was kind of the point on this one, to be less jealous about our game and less jealous about our worlds and how they go, and to build something cooler with other people.
This is Dr. Peter J. Crypt, and I have a warning for you. Someone has altered the stream.
That got me. That got me good.
Oh, Regina is calling for the Leaf Dragon from the Alter the Stream.
Doesn't that one look good?
Gotta look at.
But I am.
Oh, that is. Good choice, Regina. Very cool. That is cool. Map, you talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Layers are your friends, Sawdust said after
Sorry.
when you were right after he got back.
I was blowing. I couldn't hear what you said.
Oh, and then Ed Sawdust doesn't edit. Properly labeled layers are your friends.
Yes.
Ghosty says that is exciting. Yeah. We're pumped about it. And we're pumped about it because I just to briefly once more on that subject, we knew we wanted to do something for crowd forgers as well.
Yes.
So getting the subscription things together and determining what we were going to do for this first month and stuff like that really helped solidify what that would be like.
Yes. It definitely did.
Ghosty says, so like if you have a very large needle and high air pressure, you're going to be spraying a lot of paint really fast. Personally use a 0.3 size needle and run my pressure at 15 to 25 psi. Did I make a note on that for you?
Wow. Okay, so that's part of my problem is I was running at like 30 to 35 psi, where I thought I was supposed to be.
I'm just going to send you a message.
There's that, number one. Well, when you were away, I was saying how it's already, my phone's over here going stupid crazy.
Regina says, if I had another 2000, I'd suggest the colors be Pura Blossoms.
Okay. Google that and show me because, Regina, you're likely to get that anyway if I like with the way it looks. Or let me rephrase that. If I think I can do it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you guys have to spend the points to force me into it. Other times I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's
That's a cherry blossom. I guess that is what the cherry blossom. That
I would need another pink because that's my pink. But I could mix.
This is Dr. Peter J. Crypt, and I have a warning for you.
I think I just got
Someone
screwed. Oh
has
shit!
altered the stream.
all right.
Okay.
So Sawdust is calling out this Sakura blossom.
So is that because Ty Googled it and he pulled up cherry blossoms? Is that accurate?
Regina says light pinks and whites, so that must be it. Right?
Okay.
That's kind of interesting. You see on this what was that? Bigger. Look at the color of those leaves too, Dawn. And the branch. That's just a neat plant.
Yeah, it's like the branch is almost purple. And then the leaves are like these really vibrant oranges and reds.
Maybe you could use all of these pieces.
Yeah, send me that photo right there. And Ty's gonna put the photo he just pulled up. He's gonna throw it in Discord too. Why don't you throw it in the Ultra the stream so I can find it easy? Because this one that I had to pull up for, what?
Not browser issue.
When I was trying to refer back to this image that Gareth had given me, I literally had to scroll for like 10 minutes. I'm like, where is it? It can't be this far back. And it was. It really was. So yeah, that's a little intimidating. But I am up for the challenge. Color, I really do struggle with coloring. You can kind of tell that honestly by the concept art I did of the Agdal plant. That thing was looking phenomenal. And then I colored it in, and now it looks like it looks like a cartoon. It doesn't look realistic at all anymore. I've just always struggled with color. I prefer drawing in black and white. I just find it so much easier. That's the color I was going to use this Jungle Mist for his skin. I usually go with the lower PSI mainly so I have a little more control. You've got to have patience.
Put your statement on your level of patience.
But when it comes to base coats, there's nothing wrong with higher PSI, but I'd still keep it around the mid-20s. Okay. I will definitely give that a go. Because like I said, I've got it set up now in a spot where I can literally just walk up and start. So before, I would have to like break everything out, get it all set up, and you spend like 15, 20 minutes getting all my area set up for me to paint, to airbrush for 5 seconds. Like, it's not fucking worth it. I was going to use this.
Linked it, and it brought up the pic. So I put that in the paint.
I wanted to alter the stream so I don't lose it. Did you send it to me too?
No,
Okay.
I can add that link. Or I'll add this. But newer people. So the streams is only us edit.
Well, I know, but this is specifically for me to do this with. Okay. Fine detail brush now because I've got the white.
Now Timbo.
Thank you.
Okay.
So you two make sure you jump over and take a peek and make at what Ty pulled up and make sure that's in the realm of what you were hoping for.
Is Lizette on?
Yes.
Perfect.
Cool. Oh, I need a time check too.
7:50. About 10 till 8.
Okay.
So this is, I don't know what those colors are, but Regina's colors are it. Yes, Regina says Japanese cherry blossom tree. Already red ghosties.
Yes.
Says, would you want to share your drawing and I'll take a stab at coloring? I love coloring, but struggle with the inspiration to make original drawing.
For the Agdal plant. Unfortunately, where I drew it, I had to flatten it to be able to use it or to send it anywhere because I did it on my iPad. And that program won't allow me to separate out the color. So unfortunately for that one, I cannot do that. But on the next one, I will.
Well, and we're working on some other tools to help you use what you want to use with the right software. And
but that all being said, Regina, I will keep that in mind. But as far as like inspiration for original drawings, him.
Huh?
Like
me
the Agdal plant, that all came from you. Yeah, that a lot of it comes from
my warped mind. But I can't draw.
There's 50 million different drawings that I have of trees and rocks and bushes and landscapes. And then anything that is not a straight up landscape is something that he has talked about to where I see it in my head and I draw it. That's not true. Pull up a billion different references so that I can figure out, well, this piece of this would work with this piece of this. So it doesn't match exactly the concept or the way that picture looked, but I do kind of like this. It still has the kind of colorations that he was talking about for for the robe for Gareth, but I don't like it.
Ghosty says coloring is definitely tricky. I've always found it's the hardest part of drawings.
Yeah.
Hey, fun fact, Ty, the fungal troll in the Altar of the Stream is actually my inspiration for the monster in the story I sent you. The fungal troll is it the the Mushroom King from Lord of the Print? Or at least you have it written as Mushroom King.
Yeah. Brush is not gonna work.
Yeah, it's freaking nice.
Yeah.
But that's pretty sweet. And that's not exactly how I imagined it either. So that's cool to know.
I'm picking a brush. Okay.
Regina says I can trace over it if you're okay with that. Do you use Procreate?
No, not for this one. I got a couple of different ones on my iPad. I used to have a pad that I could draw directly on my PC with, and it died. So we're hoping to be able to replace that pad very soon, and then I'll be able to draw like I'm used to. I did look at Procreate, I think was one of them that I looked at. But what I ended up using was Sketchbook. So being able to get it off the iPad is the issue. That just not like the best thing ever. But no, I'd be happy to send you the picture and you can have fun with it and see what you can come up with. Okay, we need a decision made, guys. So right now we have him with the black skin. And I'm just kind of digging the way he looks. My original plan was to use Jungle Mist. So which one are we doing? Going Jungle Mist or are we leaving it black? In the meantime, I'm going to paint all these little eyeballs and get them to white so I can make them into eyeballs. Nope.
Ghosty says, yeah, sorry, it's the Mushroom King. It's a pretty common monster in my little universe, and I've gone on to call it a fungal troll. They vary in appearance because they are pretty much massive groups of people and fungus that mutated together, but that's just one I thought of in the story. I've been working on a second version of the story, and I'll probably describe it better in that version. Yeah, and I don't even think, I mean, I certainly imagine a big, very natural looking moss covered fungal thingy. It was mainly the mushroom head kind of stuff I wasn't. Oh. Regina says, right now the robe and skin blend too much. Needs some kind of distribution, maybe some highlights to one or the other.
My intention was on the robe to make it look celestial. And in that way, I mean, like, I was going to make it use a blend of purple, red, and blue to make it look like a night sky and then add some stars to it. But that's still going to...
I pooped.
It's still going to be very dark. So
I is out of stock.
Don't think that my intent for the robe is going to fix that issue.
I am not sure why the duck.
I don't know why it does that. I really don't like it.
I think it seems like it used to be a setting, and now they changed interface. I can't find the setting.
God damn it.
Oh, Regina's got a duck.
And it's not even like it comes back into stock too. It's so weird. We also need to figure out what color eyes he has.
You have eyes. You can, oh, I mean the one.
Yeah, he does blend way too much into the robe, and I don't think what I planned on doing with his robe is going to fix that. Did we have a... My duck comes and goes. Oh.
Posty says, so it seems to be just me. Usually it goes out of stock when someone else just did it, just so it can't be spammed, but it's constant for me. Oh, actually everything is out of stock for me after one use. What? Seems wrong, like way wrong. Yeah, I just looked over at Gamers in the Unknown and we actually had access. My duck comes and goes.
Yeah, everything's out of stock for me too.
Gold eye irises, Regina says. You hear that, Dawn? White gold. Big.
But I did get the jungle mist out because
Ghosty agrees.
I think we should go with the... I think that's going to separate the robe, because at the moment, the robe is looking pretty awesome. And it's just going to get darker with anything else that I do. So, yeah, we're going to do his skin in the green. Because the green is going to be kind of emulate this. So, it'll bring it, it'll look good. If it doesn't, I can paint over it black.
Ghosty says, I was doing the applause just to test it, but it worked out because I love that idea. But of that message, I gotta go look at.
Oh, damn it. Cora just walked in here and walked out again before I could ask if they were planning on stream.
I can go talk to him. Yeah, that is really weird because I saw, so updated our Ko-fi thing from Nightbot. Say if you want to become a subscriber or you want to check out goodies on Ko-fi shop. And I saw that message earlier, but now I also see the old one, which is just if you want to check out painted goodies. I went to, oh, it did. That is so yeah, it like added the other one. I'm wondering. Honestly, because they have different times. One's at 14 and one's at 16 minutes. Just really want to push that Ko-fi shop.
I really do like Ko-fi. There's a lot they offer. And a lot of what gets sent to support us actually comes to us. They have very few fees. And anytime anything is donated to us, that's 100% comes to us. There's no fee on that at all.
Regina says, I too like the robes as it is now.
Yeah.
Ghosty says, Gaffs, I will finally be meeting Cora. Well, we'll see.
We'll see. No promises, dude. No promises.
Because I like our time slot.
Yeah. Oh, and well, I guess I don't think he was on yet. That's part of it is Cora prefers an earlier time slot, and I'm like, I like where we're at on Thursday.
I'm considering like doing 2 that day, but I don't know. We got to talk about that.
I'm almost wondering if the 7:30 is not a better time for everybody for even this stream.
Yeah, feel free to mention what you think. If better to keep Tuesday at 6:30, or if we should move it up to 7:30. I am gonna go talk to Corey.
Okay.
I bet they haven't.
They probably have not. They've had a pretty busy week. Yeah, I like the screen on here. I just read Ghosty's gas. Giggle. I know this is like a stupid angle for you guys. I'm sorry, but underarm is not an easy place to hit. I think I'm going to darken his fingertips with black. Make it look like creepy, you know? Oh, shit. Hi, Gareth. Oh, hey, by the way, for the discussion for the Patreon on the 22nd, could we move that by any chance? That's a day after high school graduation. Congratulations on the graduation, first of all. And we absolutely can discuss changing that. That's not a big deal at all. It's going pretty well, except for everyone's scaring the crap out of me. I'm just kidding. That is actually kind of fun. It keeps me awake, that's for damn sure. Golden would like to discuss for the Patreon on the 22nd. So that's like graduation for him. So that's kind of sucks.
Yeah, we could definitely move to that's way more important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, there you go. The honors of being the first patron. Why don't you think about it and let us know in the Placement Advisors channel when works for you at the end of the month.
Yeah, absolutely.
And congratulations.
I beat you. I said it already.
Well, that wasn't from both of us.
It was from me, and that's what mattered more.
So.
Don't you have a headache or something? Aren't you supposed to be
The
quiet?
migraine stuff is starting to work. I mean, it still hurts, but it's not as bad as it was. So I just talked to Cora. Cora does want to stream tomorrow. Not going to be the tavern because there's too much to get ready there. But they're kind of hoping you have a dinosaur. Well, anyway, I told them they got to talk to you. So yeah, Cora should be. Anyway, Ghosty says I understand. If not, just don't want to miss it. Absolutely, you just let us know what works out for you. Patron numero uno. Hello, Gareth. I guess I was gone for that bit too.
You didn't hear the duck?
No, I didn't.
That now signifies someone new has joined. Gareth has started that trend.
How's it going?
I answered
Love
that.
how that's turning out. And my
So-
warp color.
The warp color to me doesn't look like your photo, but it still to me has the feeling of it. So I hope it's okay. I think it looks cool. And I'm pretty happy with it. So I don't really want to mess with it.
And I'm proud of that trend. Yeah. Gareth says. Ghosty says, thank you guys. Are there any days that are off limits? So I would ask that it's after the 22nd, just so we can we'll probably still do in that week of the 15th, I'll start releasing content to you. That discussion still in that week, but then, after the 23rd and so on, just keep it in mind, Tuesday, we're streaming. Maybe, a weekday, suggest an evening time slot so we can get our work day done. But yeah, otherwise, anytime between the 22nd and the 31st, that is best for you. Just let us know. And for those that are wondering what the hell we're talking about, we one of the things we're doing for the placement advisor tier that Ghosty's in is that we do at least one, if not more than one event each month. The Discord channel or something thereabouts. So we're going to be doing some, I don't even know what to call it, like in-process discussion, essentially, where I talk about where the arrow blinks come from this month. Good deal.
One of the things I wanted to do with that gold is dry brush over the evil chrome. And then I'm going to start doing the irises with it.
Every time you read that paint name, the name of that paint, I am immediately brought back to City of Heroes. Introduced the cosmetics, and I went into the, what did they call it? The costume shop or the barber or something like that.
It was something like that.
And I was very proud. I went through, I changed a whole bunch of stuff. A bunch of us were doing it. I think we all spent probably 45 minutes to an hour goofing off. And we were all meeting outside of whatever, the costume shop or whatever. And I was, of course, the last one out. So I had spent the most time in my costume. And I walked out, hands on my hip, and said, "Check it out, guys." My name was Crom. I said, "Check it out, guys. Evil Crom," or Angry Crom. Angry Crom. This was an angry Crom. And one of our guild mates says, "Angry Crom? I think you mean sick Crom." Because I thought I was like all these cool gray colors with some red mixed in. And apparently there was a lot of green. Not gray. Green.
There were varying colors between I'm sick and my baby has eaten too many peas.
It looked cool to other colorblind people, I bet.
I'm sure it did.
I bet there were other colorblind folks going,
"You look
Crom,
angry."
right? Yeah. Oh, well. And then, you can't get rid of it. Even though you find out that you look like an idiot, you're like, well, I can't get rid of it because then I lose face with everybody in the guild.
Thank you, Gareth.
But I was behind for a minute. Anyway. Gold. Evil Chrome.
It is very close to sick Crom.
Yeah, Evil Chrome always makes me think of Evil Chrome always makes me think of Angry Crom, who's actually sick Crom. Those wings are popping.
Yeah.
Gareth says.
They are a lot of fun. The funny thing is like, he doesn't really have a mouth or, I mean, this is obviously covering his eyes, but his nose is almost completely flattened. There's just kind of a ridge that goes straight down here. So I'm thinking a couple little highlights on his skin tone, and then his skin's going to be done because there's really nothing else to do. Get a time check.
The 8:15. Done in 15 minutes.
Very well.
What?
These wings need dry brushed. These eyes need pupils.
In my belly.
Then his skin needs a couple of highlights. Fingers need to be blackened. And I had other intentions for his robes. But like Regina was saying, I'm kind of digging where they are now. I really don't want to mess with them. So I need to, like I said, dry brush his wings. Let's do that. I miss sound effects.
I don't know why they're showing all sold out for you.
Oh, there you go.
Uh-huh.
We'll take a look at sound effects sometime probably tomorrow before his and Cora's stream, which
'Cause I
will
know
not
I've
be
seen-
nearly as much fun because Cora doesn't jump.
I've seen older posts talking about how to change the time settings and stuff on there. The interface has changed since those articles that I found. It almost seems like they took that away and they've just made some deep. It's this long. I don't know that for sure.
Sounds like the
Gareth says, I get it. I'll get to it. Oh, yeah. Got dumb brain right now. Dumb pained brain. Oh, I see what you were trying to get at was thingy
yes.
sound effect. I do have the advantage of real time watching you. Kind of time out the delay.
So this is just more of the phantom glow. Throw something at you, motherfucker.
Mouth.
I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to use a white. Originally, I thought I would end up coming over the chains with a brighter
Sorry.
a brighter silver to make them pop in a couple of different little places, but the more I'm twisting and turning this, the more I'm thinking I'm not gonna. Gotta know when to stop, right? And looks really good right now.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
You know what? I just changed my mind. I'm not gonna come over this with white. Come over it with lavender. It's lavender that I have really, really light. So it's almost like a white, but it'll give it a purple tinge instead. That's really just for the tips of the wing. That blue out of there.
Ghost says, all right, y'all, I got to head out for the night. It's looking great, Dawn. Have a good one, y'all.
Night, Ghosty.
Yeah, have a good evening.
Oh, and before you head out, I finished the base earlier. So this is not the base that goes with it. It's just a regular flat, plain base. But I thought this would be more fun. A star is going to disappear completely, but it's still pretty damn. I'm pretty happy with it.
We may have a few more folks on. I'm going to hit this again just for suggestions. If you guys, even if you don't want to subscribe to our Ko-fi or our Patreon, get a minute, especially if you've been helping out with crowd forging. Just pop over there and kind of look through this stuff, see how it's worded. Give us any advice that you might have for ways to improve this, get other people excited about subscriptions. I think one of the points Dawn made is that like I had to go back and change something at one point because we weren't even talking about something important, but because we've been working with you guys on it so much, it's like we forget what is known and what is not known. So
yeah,
if you see anything like that, definitely you'll appreciate it.
very much so.
I guess the only other thing I would add for those that weren't here is that we have worked out what CrowdForge, the physical thing that we're going to send to CrowdForge. So we'll coordinate with next month, early next month, maybe something like that, to start getting shipping addresses for those of you that have shipping address.
I think for the most of you, you've gotten giveaways, so we've got most of you.
And I said this earlier too, so I'll add this for anybody that doesn't know too. So we have an initial offering for this. If by 31st you subscribe to either the second or third tier, which is Agdolf Farmer or Placement Advisor, either Ko-fi or Patreon, either one. Anybody who subscribes this month, we're going to send you a little postcard, sticker, and a campfire story.
Written by me.
And if you're, and this is the other thing, we're going to send you something similar but different, not the same stuff. If you're a crowd forger, that's why we're going to get with you guys. And finally, if you're both like Ghosty, then there's a third physical thing that we're going to be giving you. Well, cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad I went with the lavender.
You already read this one about the base from?
No.
It says, oh, cool. Love that base. Love the colors. A good night. Oh, I should read. All right. Gonna get me in trouble one of these days.
Yep. I think those are dry enough for me to come back and do the pupils now. Super fine.
Mention as well, again, I need to try and remember to do this more often. If you're watching on YouTube, we watch the text a lot on Twitch. I try to check over on YouTube occasionally, make sure I'm catching any questions that pop up or anything like that. So just be patient. I'll try and get over there as quickly.
I made it through a row of eyeballs without anybody scaring me. It's amazing. I was literally holding my breath going, okay, it's coming, it's okay, you can wait. Just
I apparently wasn't paying.
Oh.
Another reminder for next Tuesday, Dawn is going to be doing the Leaf Dragon. We'll be using, back and look at the Sakura Blossoms, which is a Japanese cherry blossom. Be using I guess the branch, the petals, all the brilliant colors from that as the theme. That was from To Alter the Streams.
Regina and Sawdust backing Regina up. Which I love it. I love the joint spirit.
It wasn't me.
Damn it, Gareth.
You thought it was me, didn't you?
I did. I was looking up at you.
Nice.
Trying to add some black in here. Not that much. Just to kind of deepen these crevices in his crown thing. Oh, out some.
Brian, see, this is why I've been looking at, can we afford a new camera? Because, and this is what I'm thinking of, is while you're painting and stuff, it would be nice to have a really nice.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a camera that could see the details without having to work and work and work and work to be able to see it. Okay. Once that's dry, I will dry brush back over it to kind of push that black down. Okay, so I'm happy with his robe, happy with his wings, I'm happy with his eyeballs. I love the gold eyeballs. That was perfect. I like the chains. So really, I think a couple of little highlights on, I wanted to do black on his. It's weird. This way. I don't see the black I normally do for this, but I'm going to use instead. Normally I use the, this brand, the black that I have, because it looks like oil. And I loves it. So
Oh, you did do the.
mm-hmm. Kind of using one brush to put it on and one brush to push it up.
Gold eyes look mean.
Mm-hmm. That was a really good idea. Sorry. And it's like super fun when I'm biting a brush.
What? I didn't understand what you said.
I said, sorry, I know it's like super fun when I'm biting a brush, right?
I didn't know you were going to get the brush out of your mouth before you could eat. You want me to back out?
No, I didn't realize you were that close, that's all. Getting it all in the right places and shoving it around with the other brush.
Regina says, I thanked Sawdust Dragon earlier for the Alter the Streams assist. So thank you, Sawdust Dragon.
Yeah, he's a sweetie. Oops. A little higher than I meant to go.
And so other than writing content up in a strong or the description stuff, we also have those videos that I'm writing scripts. Thank you, Gareth, for the duck. We got a couple of videos we need together.
Yeah.
Dr. Peter J. Hacker to help us on some of that.
Whether he likes it or not.
Whether he likes it or not, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. You can see the skin through, so it looks like, you know, grabbed someone's black ass heart and squeezed it.
Right. Pretty sweet.
I did that with another model that I was painting for somebody else, and I kind of cheated on that one because his hand was so drawn out from him that I literally just opened up the paint bottle and just dunked his hand down in and then just blew down to make it run back down off of his hand. But it worked. It was really cool. So I'm going to take a little bit of my brain matter beige and add it to
Regina's nifty.
add it to the green that we used for his skin, just to give me a little lighter tone. So I can do a couple highlights because I don't have it. I just burped, and I got a little bit of the barbecue from earlier.
It must be.
It wasn't.
I'm hungry.
Ugh.
Regina, you got to be careful with saying things like nifty. I used to say nifty and groovy and stuff ironically, and now I just say those things. It doesn't help when you have as much gray hair as I have either.
So I'm just kind of coming down his muscles.
Seems like there's at least one other thing. I say groovy, nifty. Southern one that I also used to say ironically. And now the kids love it when I say it, but I just say it when I'm excited now. It's hot damn. Regina
Is
says,
that Southern?
Huh?
Is that Southern?
I think so.
Just always said it.
Regina says, I like nifty, don't really use groovy though. Yeah, I mix them up. I was just being a smart ass when I used to say it, and now it's actually how I say cool. Oh wow, when I put my arms up, it changes the light. Looks like my head is floating.
Nope, don't like that. My favorite is awesome. I say awesome.
Awesome. I say awesome a lot.
Constantly. Me. Awesome and awesome sauce. All right.
Regina says creepy. I feel like one of the guys throwing their heads
No,
around.
you really have to stop.
on
On Labyrinth?
On Labyrinth, yeah.
Yeah, the fire guys. Oh, I really hate it. I hate it so much.
A fiery. They were called fiery.
I don't remember, honestly.
Hey, you can't throw someone else's head. That's against the rules. I still have this open, by the way, if you need me.
Yeah, I'm gonna push him way back so people can see him. Take him off my super expensive miniature holder. For those of you that missed that joke. Top of a...
Regina says, I love Labyrinth. Well, yeah, we love that.
I just can't remember those guys' names.
I think they're fireys.
Go ahead and get that in focus. Because guess what?
Oh, that's too. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to leave. There, it's so big.
Yeah, he's big. I think we very well might
I'll
be
go
done,
into
guys.
the base. I'll focus.
I love those eyes. And, you know, what's really going to kick them, you know, up a notch is when I clear coat this, everything will be in a matte except those eyes. Will be in a gloss.
You're getting better at finishing during the time.
I know. It really boils down to how well the base coat goes. If the base coat is legitimately just some colors.
What do you think, Regina, though? Or maybe Dawn's just not pushing herself enough. That's it.
Maybe you're not pushing yourself enough.
That's fair.
I mean, he looks pretty freaking awesome, so I don't know how I could have pushed myself any more besides individually lining each feather, which I wouldn't do anyway. It's just not me. I'm way too impatient to line every fucking feather. Like I said, I had other plans for his cloak, but it looks so freaking good, I don't want to touch it. I'm happy with, like, the blue tones coming up into the black. So, yeah.
You push, Regina says if you push too hard, you hit burnout.
So he will actually lay a little bit flatter to that, to the base, although it doesn't really look bad. Right now, he's just got the stickies underneath him, which are pretty thick. So
What's happening with the guy?
he will be joining the Kofi family up for sale.
The family.
There's a few on Kofi for sale. There's a few on Etsy. We had the Godzilla found his new home this week. I think you guys might remember the Godzilla with the blue. He's like all green, and then his spikes were blue to silver. He found a new home this week, and he's left our household to kill another day and kill as many party members as he can. So this guy, when he is fully coated, will be joining that group. Not that guy, but, you know. He is done, and I am done. Miracle. It's amazing.
Gareth says, well, you should, and next time I may do alter the stream for something like that next time. I think push yourself is what we're talking about.
Oh.
Also, if you stay in your comfort zone, you'll never grow, but moderation for both.
Yes. And you know, realistically speaking, the colors and doing these things that, like, what you had me do with the colors here, that is actually pushing me. And Regina's, or, you know, technically Sawdust's alter the stream for the color scheme that I'll be doing next week is pushing me. Because that's the thing that I actually struggle with the most is using color well. I won't say correctly, because I don't think that's a thing. And if it is, it shouldn't be. I think colors should be used however the hell you want to use colors. But I tend to stick to not try to stick to. I'm trying to break out of the, well, this color goes with this color and this color goes with this color. And I don't want to do that. I want to just say this will look really cool, or it'll be really cool, or it'll contrast. And those are things that I struggle with. So you guys giving me these themes and things like that, that's actually what's pushing me out of my comfort zone. Because I would have just painted a green turtle. I would have never done a turquoise or a teal turtle. But I think he turned out 10 times better than he ever would have. So that is definitely pushing me. Not uncomfortably so, though. But instead of push, it's challenging me. That's a better way of saying it. And it makes me happy. And it also makes me happy that, I'm doing stuff that you guys want to see that way, not just shit I feel like doing. So that's kind of cool.
Regina says the wings tonight were great. Very cool.
And that's part of the thing that one of the reasons that I'm able to finish is doing things with going a little bit more elaborate with my base coat, because I sprayed the whole thing black and then sprayed the green in toward the body. So that was like the wings were pretty much done other than hitting those details. So it makes it so much faster when I get a little bit of life in with my base coat versus trying to do all of those things on the actual stream. What are you giggling about?
I was playing the green screen effects.
Oh,
again.
stop doing that. I wasn't looking. Oh, I hate it.
Gareth says the teal to mess with Ty will always be a thing.
Yes, it will be.
Glad to help. I'll add something like that to my stream.
That's cool. That's fun. Have a mess of paints everywhere. But so tomorrow night, I will not be sitting here, guys. Cora will be back from their extremely long hiatus. They will be painting something or another. Oh, and Gareth, I pulled a couple of different failed prints, failed in different ways, and I've kind of got them setting off to the side, so I'll get that packaged up and sent over to you fairly soon. And Regina, I will send you over the image where you can kind of play around with it and see what you come up with. Maybe you get better colors happening than I have. So you guys both have some stuff to look forward to. You look like you want to say something.
I was just going to say that Garrett's talking about alter the stream points.
Oh,
adding those.
Yes, I figured that's what he was.
Then he says,
"Go for it, say it."
Oh my god, one. Sweet thanks.
And it's
Regina says, woot.
I'm not going to tell you what one of them is because it's, well, actually, two of them are closer to this size. One of them's bigger than this. I won't tell you what he is. I will after, if you don't know what it is, which you may or may not. I don't know, but he's pretty freaking cool. But basically, he didn't finish. But where he didn't finish doesn't really matter. And then one other piece broke. So he is a failed print, but he is almost not failed. So that one will be interesting to see how you tackle him. But so tomorrow, 7:30.
7:30, yep.
Ty will be over there. Cora will be over here. And I will be in my office typing up a storm. So I will
working on campfire stories or something.
I will be on stream. I will be reading and chatting and stuff, but I won't be physically on screen. And then we will be world building tomorrow, and Cora will be painting. They requested a dinosaur. I know what I have printed, which is like 15 different raptors, which are all like that big. I don't think they want to go through and paint all those raptors. So I'll have to look around and see what I've already got printed and ready for them. So
Gareth says, okay, I'll do more Ermagirds and goods. for Ty so he can keep getting good, Ermagirds.
I was waiting for it.
Ermagirds.
So that means I will also have to clean up my nasty area over here. But Regina, I'll probably just send you a direct message on Discord, and Gareth, like I said, I'll be getting that package ready for you in the next day or so. I've got a crap ton to pack tomorrow, so it probably will get packed up tomorrow as well. For tonight, they will see you back here tomorrow, 7:30, and I will